Hello, we are live. Welcome to Captain's Chronicles. We are uncensored and, well, pretty much crazy tales of the rally. If you watched last week's episode and found out what we did during the first week we were there, this is part two of that, you know.
Crazy stuff, man.
And my great host, my, I don't know, my brother, my great companion, Mr. Bruce Element.
What up? What's going on? How you guys doing?
You ready for another one?
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
Well, we both been embarrassed a little bit here or there.
It's not embarrassing. It's just, man, got me a couple times. Got me
Right?
a couple times. Blue Smurf and shit running around.
There's, we can talk about the Jackal night. We went to Jackal even too,
Yeah,
you know, all them crazy stories we have of it.
it's
So,
pretty cool though. It was fun though.
yeah. So, which one do you want to start off with? A little bit Blue Smurf or a little bit of Jackal night,
We'll start with the Blue Smurf and then it'll just all fall into place after that.
Well, it pretty much does, really.
Yeah,
Uh, so the Blue Smurf it is then?
Blue Smurf.
Blue Smurf. Oh, we gotta put some edges here. Huh? So nobody else hears it.
Yeah, Blue Smurf, man. Gotta do this Blue Smurf.
Uh, we got St. Titus in the house, Myers in the house.
Uh,
We can do this. There's St. Titus, Myers. So we got a couple people in the chat. We're talking about Rally when me and Bruce were there in 2007.
2007.
Conclusion of what our first episode was, when we were there together. Um, this funny tale I have, it's called the Blue Smurf, and it's one that still to this day like just cracks up my gut every time. I don't remember how it started. I think I asked Bruce for some bug spray, and he didn't give me none, so I was mad at him.
Full of
So we ended
shit. No,
up
no, no, that's not how it happened, dog. We're sitting on guard. You went first, and then I went after you, and you started messing with it. That's how it went. So don't be talking about some bug spray. You know exactly how this story went. Trying to throw some added shit in there.
right.
We better get an Oscar for this performance. Okay, go ahead.
Anyways, we had a burrito that didn't settle right out of 100 porta potties, Yeah.
And it was daytime.
So we
Nobody
have
was
to
there
go
at
up
that point.
this hill to the porta potties and relieve ourselves while the other one's on duty. So oh Bruce is up there. I'm like, I see this chick that he likes, this producer chick that he'd been flirting with.
She was
Started
nice.
driving
Yeah, she was
up
flirting with me first. So don't start like I was the only one.
the road.
He started
I
it,
run up
man.
this thing, running up this hill. I stick right into this porta potty. When I get behind the porta potty, I just use my weight with the chain link fence and just start rocking that porta potty that old Bruce is in. Oh, yeah, splish, splash, sploosh,
Please
splash.
splash. Ah, ah. No, I got PTSD. I'm confined in a small space, and he starts rocking the whole thing. So I'm like freaking out. I come
So,
busting out the door. Bust out the door. I'm chasing this butt down the hill. Guess who's at the bottom of the hill? The Galeo's flirting with us and shit. And I'm all blue, dripping and shit.
well, you bust out that door, you're all, God damn it, I'm a blue fucking smurf.
Yeah.
And then you saw her and her face went, hey, what's up, girl?
It's like, hey, what's up?
I'm like,
Comes running down the hill like, oh shit, hey, what's up? I had to keep my cool.
keep your cool.
I had to keep my
I'm running
cool.
down this hill. So fast I get down there.
I was
Next thing
getting attention I wasn't used to, so I had to keep my cool.
She looks at me. She goes, "You're not a very nice friend, are you?" I'm like, "Oh, we'll laugh about this for
No,
many
you
years.
wasn't.
Don't worry about it."
And you gonna run. No, this is the fucked up part about the whole damn thing. You're not gonna run like you had this whole field to run. You gonna run down toward her, toward the car. I'm like chasing you, not paying attention, and then I get down the bottom of the hill. She's sitting there. I'm like, really, Steve? You really gonna make me run down here? Got my pants on my ankles,
All covered in blue crap all over you.
all covered, blue, dripping blue.
Well, I'm sure glad that they cleaned it right before, you know.
I'm down the bottom of the hill looking like a box of Mike and Ike's and shit. Oh shit.
Yeah, that one still cracks me up to this day, man. That expression on your face, like, "God damn it, I'm a blue spur." Hey, what's up, girl? How are you?
I'm sitting here feeling all special and shit. Got the nice glass, drinking apple juice and shit.
So yeah, we had to
book.
do amusing things to keep us amused, you know, as security guards, and you know, we got time off sometimes. So we ended up going to a Jackal concert. We'd
That
have
was
to
an
be
experience.
at 2 o'clock in the morning. So we're like, all right, we could do this. We've done this before. So we end up going to Jackal. You know, great Southern band, rock and roll. Got it tattooed on the back of my head. You know, good old redneck kind of music, AC/DC, whatever.
So I was way out on the edge of the concert. I was actually there, but I wasn't gonna intermix with the Klan meeting. I understand that they do the subliminal shit now. They do Klan meetings like that. They be up there freaking chanting and shit. I'm just kidding. That's how I felt. That's how I felt though.
So we left our camp spot at one campground and we drove to another one. And of course, I'm on my bike and I'm like, "Follow me." And Bruce is like, "Yeah, we got no brakes, so remember that." I'm like, oh yeah. So we start driving. This guy is like, I don't know what you call him, a parking attendant or whatever. He's telling us to go this way. I'm like, no, dude, I've been here before. We got all our like backstage passes from all the other different places we went. So they thought we were VIP. So they were all, go back over that way where all the other RVs are at and the band is at. All right. So I'm like waving on top of this hill. Here comes Bruce. I'm like, "Park it here." So he ends up parking it like this on top of the hill. So it's sideways on this hill.
You got to park into the hill, man. When you're parking on the hill, you got to park into the hill.
Just
you got to park into the hill, man.
So we get there. We're like, all right, I know where we're parked at. Blah, 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 blah. Start going in. We have a couple beers. I think you hooked up with that chick from the Kiss concert, wasn't it? Did she show up? Yeah, she showed up.
Probably.
Yeah.
That was great. I never experienced. So that was great. I never experienced no crowd like that. She walked through the crowd, bro. That was pretty funny. Scary too. That was scary. I was asking everybody at the concert if she was old enough.
That was in the first episode.
I know. I had to recap on that. I checked. It was like an instant replay. That's a preview of last week's episode. All right, moving on.
So we end up meeting somebody, and they drop off like a half pound of seaweed, and we're like, all right, we'll get rid of some of this while we're here, whatnot. We hook up with this one dude that we met up at another concert, and he's like, yeah, if you come to this concert, I'll give you backstage passes. Me and Bruce were both like, yeah, all right, cool. So I get a backstage pass. Bruce gets a backstage pass. And we go to, what band was it?
I remember.
36 Mafia. I remember. I'm just putting that out there,
I was badass. 36 Mafia was there. It was great
Yeah.
to watch you freaking scream and cry. Bruce,
Well,
man, I'm in the back. I'm in the
boy,
back.
just like you screaming and crying as a blue Smurf, like, God damn it, why would you
Yeah,
do
that's
that?
okay though. I got chased out of a bar by like 10 Hells Angels prospects. So yeah, I was
Well,
good.
we're not quite to that point yet.
I was at that level though.
So we're loosened up. We're walking to the gate. And remember what happens while we're walking to the gate? A bunch of I swear to God, these kids were like 15, 16 years old, man. Me and Bruce are walking, and all of a sudden, these kids are all looking both ways, looking like they're crossing the road. They
And they
ducked down,
just stuck on and roll, man. There
fence.
was like this gap over the fence that had this little bow on it, man. It was like perfect body length. Them kids were doing like the okie doke. I was like, watch this shit. We were like sitting there watching them. Each one was like doing this combat roll. I got a kick out of it because I'm an ex-military, so I got a kick out of it. I was like, watch this one. Oh, he almost had it. One hit the head on the bar and shit.
That was the last one. He was like, I don't know.
Freaking fence is shaking. I'm like, damn, he messed his head up, yo. That was funny though. Yeah.
Yeah, that might look like something trying to cross the border or something there, man.
Yeah, man. It was like life saving. They were about to die if they didn't make it onto that fence. They were on a mission that night. That was funny.
The just dropped and stopped and rolled and just boop, stood up like, hey, I belong here.
And even though I was working security, after all the effort I just seen them do, I was just like, yeah, you earned the right to be in here. So just go ahead. After that performance, I was like, yeah, just go ahead, man. You good. You gonna duck and roll under that fence like that? That was like some MI3 shit.
It was.
I was like,
that poor kid, man.
Tom Cruise shit. They just pulled.
I think we saw one of them get caught while they were sneaking in. They chased after one.
I was like, I'm glad I'm off. I'm not worried about it.
Well, I know. I laughed. I was like pointing. You were pointing. We were just
I was laughing. I was placing bets. I was like, okay, somebody gonna crack their dome on that bar. There
was that last boy. Doing. He kind of did one of these. He's looking left. He's looking right. Just all legs all pattering, and then he dropped it. Then he rolled under, and you hear dong.
Man,
we're just like, ooh, that one didn't make it.
I was like, hey, let him go, man. You just put all that effort into it. Just let him have fun. Just let him go. I'll be like the coolest cop on the planet, man. I'll be pulling them over. Hey, you know you're speeding, right? You're like, yeah. I'll be like, all right, just slow down. And I ain't gonna be writing all that paperwork up on that shit. I couldn't be a cop. People would just get away with a whole bunch of shit. Like, you know you're supposed to put your signal on. And just let them go and shit. I can be writing all that stuff out. I'll be the one cop that don't write no tickets. Like, yeah, are you not catching? I'm like, I don't see nobody doing anything wrong. And if I do see something, I give them a warning and let them roll.
All right. So, anyways, crowd starts getting bigger. I start meeting up with people that I meet there every year after year after year. Some friends. Bruce is all making out with this Kiss concert chick, off in the corner somewhere.
Hey, she making out with me.
Place. All of a sudden, I get a call, and I'm like, and that's good old flip phone days. I'm like, hello? Bruce's like, where are you at? I'm like, I'm hanging out with my friends. Well, I'm in some serious ass shit. Come and get me right now, man. I'm like, dude, I'm like front row. Like, I can't see you, dude. There's all these leather biker. I'm gonna die. Come and get me. I was like, look for the lady in the pink hat. I'm gonna die. Look for the lady in the pink hat, front row. I'm right next to her. I'll see you in a few minutes. And I clicked.
So as an African American male and a veteran at the same time, I'm like, this dude fucking with me right now. I'm like, okay, look for the lady in the pink hat. Is that like subliminal code, like saying you're gonna die, you're gonna see some lady in a pink hat as you die and cross over into the dark side or some shit? Because this dude, I was sitting at the bar, the guy was looking at me, he's like, I'm kicking it with this dude, I'm flirting with the bartender, kicking with the guy. The dude's like, yeah, man, He hands me a handmade pipe that he had made so I can give it to my mom's because she loves that type of stuff. And then like 5 minutes later, the dude leans over. He's like, "Hey man, I'm gonna tell you what to do, but you need to get the fuck out of here." I'm like, "Why, bro?" I'm like, "The party just started, bro." He's like, "No, man." I'm like, "What's up?" He's like, "You don't see all them Hell's Angel prospects behind you?" I turn and look. And you ever go bowling? You ever take your lady bowling? You know, you look down the lane, you see that the bowling pins all set up, all perfect and shit. That's how they look. All with a pig, with leather. He told me, look for a woman in a pink hat. But I shit you not, I ran out of there. I'm like, you know, I'm military. I maybe get 2 or 3, but 10, no, I wouldn't have it. So I ran out of there. Get down to the spot. I get down to the concert. I look out. I kid you not. It was like a Dr. Seuss pink hat going straight up. I mean, like house party straight up. Like the guy in house party had his fro. That's how that hat was. So I looked. I was like, I can see it from the back of the crowd. Like what? So I ran over to the lady in the pink hat. Steve was over there jamming. I was like, man, I almost got my ass kicked over there, man. He's like, I told you to come to the lady in the pink hat. Next thing you know, there's like a blunt going around the whole concert. But I was scared. I earned that blunt. Terrified. But I was going to get my ass. I thought it was going to be the initiation, the billboard for initiation. No. You
I knew you were all right. Once you were panicked,
no.
like,
I was great. After I got out of there, I was going to fight all them cats, man. Plus, I'm in a bar with a bunch of white folks. If I fight one of them, they gonna jump in too. So I got like 20 people on me now.
Yeah, I was like, just stay right here next to my partner, Deb and Jeff. You know, lady in the pink hat. You'll be fine, dude. You're good. All concert.
That would have been fine if the lady in the pink hat was been at the bar and your ass was sitting there and we was having a drink. So me being up there solo and shit, you don't give my back, man. Hey, Army squad, man, 4-man stack. You gotta at least be number 2 man or something. You're doing this shit for free. I'm already out of my element. Give me a break.
Right.
That's cool, though. That was good. It was good memories, though. It was a moment I'll never forget, man.
Total shit-faced wasted. I think I even had backstage passes to Jackal. We don't make it back there. We have to report to work at 2 a.m. So we do the responsible thing and call in sick. No, call in sick. We were supposed to have Friday off. We're actually supposed to have, we were supposed to have Friday off. So
I think so.
So they called us into work right after the Jackal concert. So that's why we went to the Jackal concert. Got hammered, shit-faced, hammered. At 7 o'clock in the morning, getting phone calls. Hey, I know I was supposed to give you the day off, but will you guys come into work? And I'm like, what time is it now? And he goes, 7. I said, 11 o'clock work for you? And he goes, how about 9? And I'm like, all right, okay, we'll be there at 9.
I'm laying on the other side of Winnebago, and I'm just like, I can hear him talking. And I'm just like rolling in bed, like, no, Steve. No. I ain't going. I'm not going, bro. Like, call back. Tell him I got the coronavirus.
And you didn't even know what the corona was back then.
There was no coronavirus back then, but tell him I got those symptoms.
We're hungover. We're probably still drunk from the Jackal concert. I ain't kidding you. We probably drank till 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I don't even remember passing out the Winnebago.
It was mostly free beer too, mostly.
Right, mostly.
Mostly. It was free beer.
So we ended up trading some seaweed for some cash and some tickets for our concert. 3-6.
We got hooked up. I just put it like that. We got hooked up.
Friday night. That was Thursday night. Was Jackal night. So Thursday night was 3-6, or Friday night was 3-6 Mafia, and Thursday night was Jackal night.
All right.
So we go to work Friday morning, hungover. It's like 102 degrees that day. They tell us we have to split you 2 guys up. Bruce, you can stay at your main post. Cap, we're going to send you over here at this other end. the caterers and
That's
all the
no
stuff.
fun.
I'm like,
That's
all
no
right.
fun. No fun.
Like, okay. But they were short-handed, so that's why they split us up. I understand that now.
Yeah, I get that, but that's how I got through the damn shift.
We got little walkie-talkies that
Fucking
don't
with
work.
you.
So we're both
On top of-
hungover. And it's like I'm sweating alcohol. Like I've never sweat alcohol before.
It was
Like
humid
this.
hot. That was that sticky, wet hot. It was nasty.
I'm in the porta potty, dying in that thing. I got my foot open just to get a breeze in there. It was so bad. People are offering me food left and right, and I just want to throw up in their face. We get, but I think, yeah, we worked till like 2 or 3 or something like that. We didn't work. It just went by so fast, and I just remember I was so freaking miserable.
It wasn't like we partied the whole time. It was like 3 days where we were just kind of like in a zone where we didn't even move. When we got recharged, boy, it was on and popping.
Put the bike there, got back on after our shift, went back over to Throttle, got into the Winnebago. I think we took showers at the.
Yeah, that's when you came out. I was outside on the phone or something,
right,
waiting to go into the shower. You came out with just a towel on, and all these ladies came out of the shower. You're standing there like, "What's up, ladies?" And they just start laughing at you. I'm like, "Steve, shut up!"
But I'm there.
Got this little chub in his towel, like, "What's up?"
And post. What's up,
That was
ladies?
funny. That was great. That was like probably one of my most embarrassing moments with you. Steve, not right now. Save it for the party. Standing in a towel. What's up? Oh man, I'll never forget that. That was great.
So I think we get a little bit of rest. People start knocking on the RV, start wanting to know what we're up to, start meeting people. We got tickets to 3-6 Mafia that night. I think you hooked up with another chick or a different chick at that time.
The same chick.
Same chick.
Same chick.
They kind of blend together a lot. A lot of the rally days from one to the next. But so you kind of narrow it down. We go to 3-6 Mafia. Another night. Just it's our night off. All right. So we can finally party. Quote, quote. Yeah. So we start drinking right away. Bruce hooks up with the chick. I'm over somewhere else, catching up with people I know. A little seaweed here, a little bit there, just hanging out. All of a sudden, they're like, Steve, come to the backstage. I was like,
because we got the VIP passes from the dude. Remember the dude? Got the VIP passes.
Right. So I'm all looking around. I'm like, all right, let me take my duffel bag. I'll go back there, see what's going on. I'm like, come on, Bruce, come with me. Let's go. Let's go meet 3-6 Mafia. We got backstage pass. We can meet them. They want us right now. All right, Steve, go ahead. So I start walking. That chick's right next to Bruce, and he's like, I don't have a pass for her, so I'll see you later. And that security guard was like, you ain't got a pass, can't come back. Bruce is like, I ain't going back there. Just go take care of your business. Hurry up. Go take care of it. I'm like, damn, man. All right. I'm like, I'm Steve. What do you want? Big 300-pound boy just standing at the door. He's like, what do you want? I'm like, I have some weed. He's like, all right, come on in. So I meet him. I'm standing around. I'm just like, man, oh man. Well, one of these chicks, fuck, you want to do this? Why not? No, dude, you want some weed? That's why I'm here. You want this or not? Yeah, man. Trying to fuck over a brother? I was like, no. This is my prize. All right, fine, we'll pay it. You want to stay, hang out, some of these bartenders, whatever? I'm like, no, I gotta go.
I get the text message, Bruce, I'm back here by myself with 3-6 Mafia. What do I do? I was like, just give him some weed. You'll be fine. And I was like, how's it feel? Now you know how I felt when I was standing there with them 10 Hells Angels prospects in that bar. So now I was like, how's it feel?
I locked in the room.
That didn't feel too good, did it? What do I do? At least you had the weed. If I would have had the weed, I would have got them prospects toe up, yo.
Shit.
Keep them off my butt. Shit. I would have had them prospects toe up. But the prospects are dangerous. You get them high, they get high just so they can still murk your ass, you know. Get them high, then you party, and they take you out.
I do my business. I get in, I get out. I get to the door. There's that big dude again. I said, hey.
Yeah.
They call you Tiny because you're so big? He goes, no, they call me Big Jim. I was like, okay, Big Jim, I need to go. Then looks around the room, looks at everybody. Everybody kind of gives him a nod. I'm like, all right. I felt like a cartoon character where I just ran out of there and all you saw was just a cloud of smoke. Like, that was it. I get a Winnebago. My heart's all racing. Everything else. Trying to get in the Winnebago. And I noticed this thing's all rocking. Sliding down the hill. Like, come on, dude, let me in. It goes, I got some crazy leverage going on. All I hear is kaboom. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? I broke the table. I'm like, what? The table broke, or the bed, or whatever this thing is. I broke it.
I was like, if I ain't got no brakes, I'm gonna break this. I ain't got no brakes. I gotta drive no brakes.
I gotta explain a broken bed table thing. I'm just like,
that? We gotta explain nothing. That lady let us go with no brakes in the first place. No, I ain't explaining nothing to her, man. No, that's not how it works, man. Hell no.
Well, she knew where it was going.
I almost ran you over because we ain't had no brakes and shit. So no, with the dust cloud. No, we deserve a good night out of it.
Yeah. You did, man. I couldn't even get in there. I was so nervous.
Hey, man.
I just watched that Winnebago keep sliding down that hill. Just every time it started rocking more and more, I thought for sure it was just going to tip over and smush me. Like, I'm beating on that door like, ah. So we get all snickered up. I got like, man, I don't even remember. There's like a couple security guards we walked by, and I kept giving them joints here or there. And every time they saw us, man, they just opened the gate up, kind of what we did.
Right.
So then we're hungover. We gotta go back to work on Saturday. We're like, all right, we'll do Saturday. Saturday's our last day.
Right.
So it's like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, I think. We take the RV back to the other campground, park it kind of similar, close where we were at. Park it and sleep. And I think we slept almost till like 30 minutes till we had to go to work at 2 a.m.
Yeah. Those are like, we're barely hanging on to sleep. We slept pretty good. I didn't hear the storm that came through.
Storm came through, lightning storm, sticks everywhere, branches everywhere. We slept right through it.
Slept through it.
Hungover.
I didn't hear a damn thing. Came out, everything was soggy. I was like, what happened? Tents in different spots and shit. I'm like, did we move? Tents in different areas. I'm like, there was like no tents next to us. I'm like, what happened, everybody?
Our shoes were wet. We left them outside. I remember that. Just walking to work all.
Yeah.
So we knew it was our last night. So we just kind of, as buddies, you know, we were watching out for each other. We're both kind of hungover, still tired.
Yeah.
Dehydrated. Hadn't really ate food like we were supposed to. We were like, all right, do the buddy system every hour. You wake me up, and then I'll take over the shift. We were like, all right, we got 12 hours of this, so I can sleep 6 hours off and on. and I can. I don't know. I'm too tired to think right now. So we're
Respect.
both like, all right, all right. So we're just like 2 o'clock. We're like, all right, I want to sleep. So I think Bruce gave him the first shift. I let him sleep for an hour. Second shift, my hour to sleep. Bruce is just talking my fucking ear off. I can't go to sleep. So then he's like, all right,
Oh
hour.
shit.
I'm like, all right. So I'm just sitting there quietly. I'm like, fuck, I think I start playing something on my phone. I start dozing off. Look at my phone. Like hour and a half, he got to sleep. I was like, hey, it's your turn. It's your turn. It's like, fuck. All right, all right. So an hour goes by. I get woke up. Like, all right, it's my shift. All right, I'm awake. So I start playing something on my phone again, and I fall asleep. This time I get hit. Boom! I'm like, what the hell just happened? That a
Right.
car through the fence or something hit us? No, a guy on our boss foreman rammed us with a fucking goddamn
Four
golf
wheeler.
cart. You guys are supposed to be awake and alert. And we're like, we are. Take shift. We are. Whose shift is it? I can't remember. So we're both sleeping at the same time.
Tired, man. I lost count, man. After shift 2, I lost count, bro. After that second shift, that was it. I couldn't keep track. I did that shit for 9 years in the military. I was like, I'm not doing this right now.
Yeah,
You're not
we
gonna
were
breach
both
the
like,
wire.
so tired. Got hit by a golf cart. We were like, well, if you give us a golf cart or a four-wheeler, we could drive around and, patrol like you do and stay awake.
Right.
I was like, I'm a black belt in karate, I know how to stay awake and alert all the time. I'm like, all right.
The dude,
Bruce,
yeah. The dude's like, yeah.
Bruce like, I could just put my boot in your head and you'd be dead. That's just the end of this would be. Just flat out. And I was like,
I didn't say that.
I got 50 on this one. And he's like, well, I'm a Taekwondo instructor. I'm like, go away, dude.
Wow. The dude was
So
extreme, man. That guy was extreme.
he's like, yeah, that guy's a little not quite up there. So I was always like, come on, Bruce, you can smoke him. You can smoke him.
That guy
But
was, yeah.
that guy was what?
He was extreme, man. It's like he wanted to just kind of kept challenging people. I was just like, okay, man, just don't bark up the wrong tree, bro. Please. I'm trying to keep this job. Fuck on my flow.
Well, 36 is did we hear about any boobs? Or did I miss that?
No.
Not
No.
really.
Pretty much covered it. I can't remember anything like
Not like the first day, like the episode before where you first showed up the very first day. It was just given stripper.
I was just crazy. I
Went
was
through
crazy. Plus the fact I'm African American, 98, maybe 99% of the population is all Caucasian. So I'm like, oh, man, it's a clan meeting to me. I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna die in one of these spots. We drive in the Sturgis. Steve's like, don't go in there. Don't go in there. Definitely don't take your ass in there. I'm like, why not? He's like, just don't go in there. I was like, wow. So I'm at Sturgis at the outside bar. I couldn't be there either. The fuck I wasn't. That's what the fuck yeah it was. No lie. You ain't got to lie, Craig.
Shit, whatever. Every time you saw a Confederate flag, you were ducking. I'm like, what? Dude, you're fine. You're good.
No, I wasn't good. Them cats was staring dead at my ass. I know what I saw. Shit. They ain't gonna show you. They showed me. So I knew when I was in trouble. Shit. Don't go there. Don't go there. Some of the outside bar. And I still couldn't sit there. I was just like, y'all know I just fought for the country and y'all still got an attitude about it. You still want to do this black and white shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that shit should have been over. As soon as I signed that dotted line and say I will support defending the Constitution of the United States. Y'all still acting a fool. So what am I fighting for? What are the veterans fighting for? If you're still gonna be racist and do the same shit. What are the vets fighting for real?
Well,
So we get our ass shot off just so you can be freaking a bigot. You know, it's like, really?
That probably gave you the most freedom that you've ever felt, like where you could just
yeah.
step out of your own goddamn tat and just say, "Morning, fucking neighbor. I ain't got shit on, and how you doing? I don't give a shit." And you got offered to go to a couple swingers things. I was just like, Bruce.
Yeah, crazy stuff.
We were over at
Husbands
some
letting their wives do all kinds of crazy stuff. I was like, wow. Wow. That was cool.
My old lady, I can watch you. You were just like, no, let's go. I'm like, yeah, let's go.
Come on, Bruce. Stuff. A lot of weird stuff in there, man. A lot of stuff you don't expect to see, man. I went from like being totally terrified by the prospects to totally being happy 20 minutes later because I'm standing next to a lady in a pink hat smoking a blunt and just going around the whole fucking concert. It's coming back to me. I'm like, yeah.
You got a tick on your arm too. You're all making out with.
Either get you to calm down from your PTSD shell shock from sitting in the back with 3-6 Mafia. I'm like, how does it feel? Yeah, now you get to see how I feel every day. Just follow the lady in the pink hat, bro. That's what I told him. That was funny.
Oh, we had some many laughs. So then we ended up selling whatever. I think we had like a couple tickets left, and we ended up selling them for like half the price for whatever concert it was, so we could have something to eat or gas money to go home. I think it was.
Right.
So we ended up getting gas money, a little food in our belly, and our shift was done. We clocked out. That was the end of it. Packed up camp, got all our crap. I mean, we met some Ultimate Fighters there.
That was an Ultimate Fighter. That's funny.
Yeah, or whatever. Cage Fighters is what it was, I guess, at that time. They thought Bruce was one of their cage fighter guys there for a while. It's kind of funny. I was like, no, there's security like me, man. Shit.
I'm like, see, why is everybody like crossing the street when I come down the alley? One of the guys who had a tent next to us was like, man, we thought you was one of those. I was like, no, he's like, aren't you in those cage fights? Good luck in the cage fights. I'm like, what are you talking about? It's like, aren't you one of the cage fighters? I'm like, hell no. I'm security. So, I thought you was a cage fighter. I'm like, that's why everybody's been acting weird. I thought it was a black and white thing. No, they were just scared because they thought I was just going to like roundhouse their ass for no reason. It's crazy. But whatever. I'm good with it. It was fun. This is good experiences, good memories. It's always a blessing because one day we won't be here, and all we got is that to look back on. I'm smoking a lot. I know I'm smoking a lot. Kids, don't smoke. Call me a hypocrite if you want to, but don't start because you can't stop.
That was the other thing. That was always probably the worst, man. Getting down to that last little, man, that one's got like that much of it on left. We'd smoke just a butt, waiting for the next like $5-10 or somebody we knew with a pack of cigarettes.
2 weeks felt like a month. After we got past the first 3 days, it was like, oh shit, now what we do? Like, oh man, let's go. It's like, man, I don't think I'll make it tonight. Then you go, as soon as you get around everybody, you start recharging. Then your body starts shutting down. You're like, oh man, okay, we gotta get some sleep. I'm like, I gotta get some sleep. I don't give a fuck what you do. So I went and got some sleep. He got some sleep. And we start all over, do it all over again. It was great. It was a good, great experience.
To the rally again, have you?
If you're married, don't go. Don't take your wife to the rally. I'm not saying you can't, but people start handing out beads. If you don't want to share your bosom with all the strangers, don't take your woman to the alley. That's all I'm saying. If you want to sign no alimony payments, you better not take your lady to Sturgis. You won't pay no child support. Don't take your lady to Sturgis, bro. You be paying her alimony because she ran off with the dude that gave her enough beads for her to leave your ass. It's like, oh, he gave me the shiny one, and I knew I was in love. Like, what?
What was I gonna say? I forgot. I was just laughing.
Yep. That's how it was. That's how it's always gonna be, man. Can't nobody take that from us. Let's take all the other crazy shit. You can't take that.
But that was the only rally you ever went to, wasn't it?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I just got back my rack at that time. Hell yeah, I couldn't handle that. It was firing up too many synapses, man. I was like, okay, is this a combat situation? Is this a fun situation? Do I need to whip somebody's ass situation? Or do I just need to run and take my black ass home?
Now, the whole old lady thing, if your old lady's all right with, you looking at other chicks' tits, or, chicks checking out her tits, or, a guy dressed up like a unicorn, completely butt-ass naked, running down Titty Alley with heels on. If you're all right with that, then I recommend, Titty Alley.
I mean, I would suggest most people go. I mean, it's basically like just basically an orgy with motorcycles in it. I mean, not everybody's having sex in it, but I'm just saying it's close to it.
Not just an orgy.
Sturgis is like music and sex. That's all you see. Music, sex, and alcohol. Music, sex, alcohol, weed. Music, sex, alcohol, and weed. That's it. I mean, there'll probably be a couple packs out there that got the other craziness, but talk to one of the biker gangs, you probably get some cocaine, ecstasy, without getting your ass whooped. Don't think it's your FBI or some shit. But no, just go out there and have a good time, man. I wouldn't advise you to take your lady because somebody hand your lady some beads, she gonna have to drop trial or something. That's what the beads are for. So
yeah, show up.
If you're real insecure like me, I'm insecure. So if you're insecure like me, I wouldn't take your lady to church. At least I put a ring on it already before you take it to Sturgis. If you're just dating, don't take a woman to Sturgis. Start letting loose, having a couple beers, a couple joints and shit. Start letting loose in your ass. You be out there looking for the flashlight. Loretta, where you at?
Loretta. Like, I don't think I've ever heard that name. Maybe a chick, or maybe but never ever. Loretta,
where you at? Everybody in the like, Loretta, are you Loretta? Are you Loretta? Are you Loretta? That's funny.
But I mean, to me, it's more like a Woodstock because it has a lot of music more than just motorcycle. I mean, yeah, motorcycle is what brings it there, but all in all, it's the music, I think, because we're Midwest. You would expect these concerts going south and north and, everywhere else, big cities. And you wouldn't think of that in the Midwest around bikers, anywhere from like 3-6 Mafia to Jackal to,
Kiss.
I can't even remember who we saw that year. It was Kiss.
Chesney.
Right. Kenny Chesney. Yeah, country. You don't see them kind of concerts normally around here, so it is cool just to go see bikes and boobs and concerts and just have a good old time. I truly believe since I've been going, you act all right, you act cool, you'll get through things all right. Buddy system is nice because, I've seen a couple guys messed up on mushrooms wandering around somewhere. Where's your tent? It's blue. All right, I'll help you look for your blue tent. And there's like 9 blue tents in a row. And you're just like, which one's it? Yours? And he's just like, I don't care. Pick one. Well, that's not how this works, dude. You said blue. You got to find your tent, you know?
Yeah. Sturgis is a good place to go if you don't go solo. Sturgis is not the place to go solo. Pissed off at your wife and you decide, hey, I'm going to go to Sturgis, probably not a good idea. Always gotta have a buddy system when you go to places like that, just in case, man.
Right. Well,
gotta have backup. Gotta have backup. I mean, you can be bold if you want to, but I mean, like, say my lady was like to go to like Sturgis and go alone, I'd be like, oh hell no.
not if she wanted to be a bartender or something.
You know, I don't care if she's a bartender. I'm like, shit, you better call in sick.
For the 2 weeks. All right.
Shit, yeah, 2 weeks. 2 weeks, exactly. I said that already. 2 weeks. Everything's 2 weeks. Shit. Hell no. We got to decide. You can work at Sturgis if you want to. You know, a woman I'm dating, whatever the hell, you can work at Sturgis. We got to sign a prenup before you go, though. That's all I know.
Prenup.
Yep.
Wear this chastity belt too.
We're gonna sign a prenup. We're gonna sign something. Like, we're just dating. Hey, we're gonna date a prenup then. Prenup dating. I should make that app. Prenup dating. Yeah, that's gonna be my new app. It's gonna be my new app. It's gonna be my new date app. Prenup dating. And the only women can get on there is the women that will sign a prenup.
All right.
I was kidding. No, okay. So
you think you might come back this year?
If I can, yeah, I'll do it again. Just to do it. I mean, I'm not gonna get crazy like I did before. I just got wiser. Plus, if I gotta work, see, I'm older now too. So if I gotta work, yeah, I gotta. I'll do it after. I can't do it during.
It's called pacing yourself. That's what they.
No, pacing my ass. I have an addictive personality. I gotta get it in. Like, we gonna stay on guard. I'm gonna be toe up. Make it fun. Talk shit. Look at little smiley faces and freaking tarts and shit. Nah.
Yeah, that was last episode where we were talking about the smiley faces, taking mushrooms and going.
Yeah, that was last episode.
Yeah.
But about to come to a conclusion, because Sturgis was an awesome place to have some good experiences, and there's nothing better than experiencing it with a person you love very much. You know what I'm saying? You always be my boy. You always be my brother. Love you in abundance, man.
But that was the whole thing that brought this all together too. Is me and Bruce never really hung out, never really met, never. You know, there was always somebody around us, or somebody always in between, or we always met at somebody else's house. We knew of each other, but that was about it. So to actually hang out for 2 weeks together and have a bond with somebody and have some crazy experiences.
Special moment, man.
All right. And we were just, we've always had a bond after that. And I think, a lot of people, what goes on with Rally, that's part of it too, is not just, the bands and the bikes and the booze and the
who you bring with you. It's all about who you take with you.
Well, we got a question for you, Bruce. Where were you stationed out of, and what branch were you in?
Where was I stationed out of? Okay. I was stationed in 25th Infantry, Schofield Barracks, Hawaii, 101st Airborne Division, Fort Campbell, Kentucky, and 112 Infantry Division, Colorado Springs, Colorado. Army. Ranger.
That's what I knew. I had a slack job when it comes to security. I just go, hey, Bruce, just do a chokehold, neck snap on him, and he'll be out of here.
I'm black, man. You can't be doing no chokeholds. They charged me with murder. You're doing that. So if some white dude did it, if some white guy did it, they give him 25 hours clean service. If I do it, they might as well just give me a lethal injection right when I walk into the courtroom.
Whatever.
I thought I just throw it in there. Just saying.
Little Jacob in
Nah, it's been
there.
a blast. It's been a blast.
Okay.
It's been a blast. Good memories, man.
Buzzball rides. I've misplaced my tent a couple times at Sturgis. I believe it from that guy, man. He's a partier too. He's a camper that goes there every year. Canada. He's a great guy. Met him several times.
Right.
Always cracks me up. It's always a pleasure in my heart to always see him.
Right.
You know, make sure that he shows up from that long ride.
Right.
Jacob says Bruce is savage. Carolina Chris, can you read it? I live.
I can't read it. No, only you can. I got some fans out there.
Always.
You guys want a game? Element 1727 on PlayStation. Element
Fort Bragg.
1727. Fort Bragg. All right. Airborne.
26.
Airborne.
Fort Bragg's where that's at.
Fort Bragg, yeah.
Yeah, that's where 26 Carolina Chris 26 lives at.
Cool.
Do it like him. 26.
Lead away.
But you know, I want to say thank you. I want to say thanks for being my friend. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for doing the show.
You, man. Yeah, man.
Thanks for being embarrassed, just like me, having some laughs.
I think I embarrassed myself more than I embarrassed you, bro. Especially how I'm feeling right now.
Again for about another couple of years after that. So I worked. The first rally I ever worked was with you. So.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, and then they went into different ownerships and stuff like that after that. So, you know, this was quite the experience too, you know, and I always have you to look back on, and we can always call each other and we just laugh about different things. Lady in the pink hat.
Yeah, man, we'll always be brothers, man, no matter what, man. In Jesus' name, man.
You know, the Smurf story still to this day, man, hurts my gut just thinking about it.
You might like the purple and shit, right? Like the Smurfs.
Tripping at work on mushrooms, watching, you know, fucking flags all smile at us and shit.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be cool, man. Good times, man.
Yeah.
God bless you and your family, man. Tell your wife I said hello. Tell your kids I say hey too.
Oh, we're not over yet, buddy.
I said, tell your kids, God bless them and shit.
Oh, yeah. Always.
Yeah. We'll always be brothers, man.
Element, you still doing your tournament thing for PlayStation?
Still online.
Or whatever.
Still online, waiting for any takers who want to come play.
There's right there, a tag.
Tag.
Yeah, tag Carolina Chris 26. If you want the rest. Yeah. What's yours, Bruce? What's your tag element?
Element 1727.
Element. Slow down now. What?
1727.
But I appreciate it, buddy.
No problem, man. Anytime.
So hard. I hadn't, you know, hung out with you in a while. So that's always good. Man. I don't know what I'm gonna do next week for Rally One. Maybe I'll talk to a camper that's been there for 2 weeks, or
maybe I'll go. I don't know. Depends on my red tape. I might go. Just depends.
Might
be busy this summer. I might be busy this summer.
There you go, Element. Yep.
Element.
But we never know, you know, and it's just, I got embarrassing stories. I'll tell them, you know, whatever. I'll tell them. They're uncensored. I ain't going to lie about it. My dick's hanging out. My dick's hanging out. It's whatever.
Fun stories.
Same way. I mean, he had a vagina right in his face, and he had a camera all went
I took
through
every
50.
picture on that boy. Yep. 3 rolls of film on that bad boy.
But it is what it is. I don't mind it. I go every year. I've been going since 1989, so
Right.
apparently I grew up around it, or was the sex, or and crazy stories all over from it.
Right.
And Bruce was in 2007, hasn't gone since. So,
No, this wouldn't be right.
come back out here this year. Maybe I'll do a live one from Sturgis, and
That'd be
Bruce
fun. Yeah.
around with the camera,
We can just take clips for the next show. Go to Sturgis and just take clips. Remember the time I told you I was on guard? Now put the camera on you, you be asleep.
Right. You only want me to sleep for 30 minutes. You're supposed to give me an hour.
I gave you an hour. It ain't my fault you talking for the first 30 minutes, so it ain't my fault. An hour is an hour. That's your shift.
Yeah, thanks.
If you want to stay up and chat, I'm going to stay up and chat. That makes me 30 minutes freaking easier.
Yeah. Make your sleeping time easier.
Yeah. By the time that first 30 minutes was up, I done said everything I had to say. I'm going to bed.
Right, on my time.
Right. It was your shift.
So from everybody, thanks for showing up. Thanks for listening. We'll see what we got next week. I don't know.
I think
we
we'll
might
have Captain Kangaroo next week. I'm kidding.
Oh, it'll be another
Romper Room.
Romper Room.
It's Romper Room. Like back in the 80s. No, I think. What was that? 70s. All right, bro.
Are you having flashbacks?
Yeah. It's the voices.
So yeah, next week I might have a camper on. I might have another person I worked with. Each week is going to be different. I'm going to have different guests on. Right. I'm going to try to have one guest do 2 episodes every week. So they have a part 1 and a part 2.
Yeah, I got 2 weeks, at least 2 weeks off. 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Give them 2 weeks too.
2 weeks.
That way they can say, kind of like what we did from the beginning. Oh.
I love you guys. Gotta go. Love you. Bye.
Thanks, Bruce. Bruce seems to be entertained tonight. So thank you for everybody showing up. And that will be the end of the show. Bruce left suddenly.